Good morning, Postal Besties. It's your girl, Creole Barbie. Right now, it's 6:30 a.m. and I'm manifesting where I'm going to be moving to in the future. Y'all see that sky rise? Definitely, it's my first day back to automation after having brain surgery, and I'm super excited to be going back to work after this lengthy process of having to experience intracranial hypertension. You guys, thank you for watching me and going along with my journey, as well as all of your support. So now it's 9 o'clock a.m. I'll be approaching my first break, you guys. I'm getting ready to go outside, the usual routine. Y'all know the vibe. Go downstairs on the first floor. What is up, Postal Besties? It's your girl, Creole Barbie. And guess what, y'all? I'm back at now, work. Y'all, I must admit that it was super nerve-wracking for me to come back to work after having this surgery. I was supposed to be off longer. However, I was talking to my subscriber on the phone and we were speaking about me going back early, and I was just telling him, like, look, I'm super tired of being at home. I'm super bored, and y'all, I was spending a lot of money just not doing anything while recovering. Literally, if I feel like I'm spending too much money, I gotta go replace that, literally. So I'm enjoying the view, you guys. It felt extremely good outside. It literally did, and I was happy to be back and not feeling that sick feeling how I usually feel. Now, I will say this, I have some of the best co-workers here at my plant. You guys, when I tell y'all they catered to me to make sure that I was good on my first day of coming back and not overexerting myself, honey, they definitely did that. Literally, I had one of the sweetest partners ever who helped me come up with a method today so I don't have to work as hard as I usually do, and also allow myself a chance to readjust with getting back into the work field. So I had a really good time with talking with him and just coming up with a method. Now, I will say this, y'all, I did read each and every one of you guys' comments when it came to me. Literally, a lot of times I do that. I do check out my community posts and see who's saying what and who was being interactive and engaging with me. You guys, I greatly appreciate that. Like, literally, I am so happy. I'm so blessed to have you guys here with me. Like, I can't even express my love when it comes to you guys. And it's the engagement like this, y'all. This is who I do it for. And this is why I'm so transparent, because being a content creator is not easy, but to allow a chance to see how a person is able to do it and is cope with being in the postal environment, that's what it's all about. So my break is already about to be over. I actually come up here to see if they got any snacks. Y'all, they don't be having no good snacks, literally healthy snacks, that is, because I have to make sure now that I'm back on a different journey and mission, that I need to do things right. And that's something that I need to stop doing, what I just did right here, and that's vaping, you guys. Please tell me any easy methods that y'all use if y'all were prior smokers, or if y'all currently vape and y'all kick the habit. What did y'all do to kick the habit? Because right now it's time to not only elevate, but it's also time to elevate in health, because health is wealth. And who don't want to be sick anymore is your girl, me. Again, I'm back outside for lunch now. It is 11:30 and your girl is halfway through her shift. Y'all, I thought today was going to be really hard for me, but it really wasn't. Literally, I did work at a slower pace than normal. I didn't try to overexert myself like I usually do when trying to get the mail out, but it's super easy on tour too. It's super laid back. So that's one of the reasons why I actually opted to going ahead and coming back in today. It's because it's super easy. And then another thing that actually motivated me was the fact that it was the last day of the pay period. So you know your girl wanted to go ahead and run up a few coins. My good friends say, get to the bag, okay? Because I did not want to just use my sick leave for that last day. Why? It's about to be a whole new pay period. Girl, get to work. So I'm happy I did make that choice to come to work today. Literally, it was not as bad as I thought it was. Now, I will say this, because it's dusty in the plant and I started sneezing, I did have a really bad headache, but that's only because of where the metal is in my brain. I think once that heals, I won't have so much of the head problems. When I came back from lunch, they had called and said there weren't going to be any overtime. And then 10 minutes later, they did an amended overtime calling 10 hours for clerks. Think about me, I'm not going to turn down no money. So hang out with me as I share my thoughts on overtime. Actually in overtime right now, okay? So the girls in overtime, let's continue. So far, it's been good for me, you guys. Like literally, I've been having a really easy day. What's making my day easy while I'm in overtime or work all day is because people know that I came back from having brain surgery. So they've been helping me. Now, I'm not all the way healed yet. However, there's different type of work methods I'm using to make sure that I'm not overexerting myself or causing injury to myself. I have to be very careful because I am prone to having strokes now that I have these brain stents placed in my brain. So I'm making sure that I take care of myself first while being back. I really needed this adjustment, honestly, you guys. Me being off of that week was just hard on me. Now, of course, I did talk to my healthcare provider before coming back to get their advice on will it be okay for me to come back before coming back, because you just don't want to jump into something and cause a setback for yourself. So that's something that I did do. Now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was nervous about coming back to work, honestly. I'm gonna sit y'all down right here. Coming back to work, but that's something that I really needed to do because for one, that's just something that I can't get used to. I can't get adjusted to that. Y'all, today was epic, okay? Today was definitely a really good day. I really enjoyed it. I had my coworkers support. They, like I said earlier, like I mentioned earlier, they knew that I was coming back from surgery. So a lot of times what they would do is, because it was hard for me to sweep with all the head motions and things like that, I would get dizzy. So they allowed me to go ahead and feed the meal while they swept. Also, if I were to get lightheaded, you know, they allowed me a chance to sit down and regroup. So that's something that I really did take into consideration. I appreciate it because they didn't have to go that extra mile for me. They also called overtime today, and y'all know I ain't been at work for a whole week, so your girl had to definitely get that overtime before I went home today. So overtime was good. One thing I noticed when working with people on tour 3 and overtime, when y'all see somebody working on tour 2 and been there all day, the proper thing to do is to actually work. I find it insulting when you first get there and you see somebody that's been there for a while and you are slacking off. Like, my job is to push the mail for you to get to second pass because you're gonna be by yourself. When I was on tour 3 and when I was by myself and people on tour 2 were doing overtime, I would constantly be sweeping the mail straight across because in case they couldn't finish all of the first pass, I would have to take over. What sense does it make for you to not sweep it all, and then when that person goes and you're trying to get that run a second pass, you're going to be stopping that machine every 5 seconds because you got full bins going off beeping, when all you have to do in the beginning when you had that help was to sweep the mail straight across. It's just certain things like that agitate me, honestly, because you're making my job harder. I'm already tired. I've been feeding all day, okay? And then when you get here, you want to just stand and sit and be on the phone. So it's stuff like that that kind of frustrates me, especially in overtime. But I can't do anything about it, so it is what it is on that note. However, I don't let it get to me, y'all. Literally, I do take it very, very lightly. Because of my brain stents, I am prone to having strokes. So I'm on blood thinners. And who's not going to be stressed out about no post office business is me. So anyway, y'all, this concludes my Tour 2 Back to Work automation vlog from coming back on due to being off because I had brain surgery. I thank y'all tremendously for rocking with me on my journey, because y'all, literally, y'all been with me from December when I found out about my illness into now. Y'all are the real MVPs. Y'all are the real MVPs, and this is y'all is who I do it for. Literally, okay? I do this for y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. I am so happy that God put me in a position to have some of the most supportive individuals here on this channel. Y'all, I've been talking too much. I need to go ahead and get home before it get too late. I love you guys as always. Y'all be blessed, and I'm out. Be sure to check out my next video that's dropping soon, and y'all don't want to miss it. I love you guys. Have a good night.